Okay, I'm live. What?
Shit done around here.
You got it? You're a big girl.
If you're live, you ought to be saying something.
You're saying it.
So the TC playing.
Do what? No. There's nobody here. Hey, Rat Rod. Okay, have a good day at work. So you working the night shift, Rat Rod? Hey, Dave. How's it going? Betty, hello. What are you doing, Betty? Elsie. Just cooking? What are you cooking? You're cooking, Elsie? Fried chicken and mashed taters. So what time should we be there, Betty? Don't want to be late for dinner. Fried chicken and mashed taters. See you, Rat. How's the baby doing, Elsie? My grandson and them had their baby the other day. He's a cutie. Hmm?
I'll just switch between you and TC.
Hey, boss.
Okay. Is it echoing out there or anything? Let's see how this works with an earbud in my ear. Well, I'm hoping I got most of that, but I don't know. Queen Bee, can you hear me?
Yeah, he did, but he had a meltdown.
Jeez, not echoing or anything like that. Like that there. Okay.
Hmm?
I just put the link out for you. Okay, good. That's a good thing. You gotta teach Guido to learn to mute his mic every time he sounds like he's coughing up a lung. So it's keep your finger by the mute. You come up, I see. Working Sunday. Today Saturday. Enjoy running a little doxing spree too. So sometimes I do those things. He actually was crying on TikTok. The police. The police. notification without anything like that. Notice. Talking to you. This Pluto is live. Hello.
But since I'm live, what?
I was just checking to see if a notification. Oh, seriously.
I wonder if Joey's watching.
He's sitting there still on his TikTok.
I burned through another sock today. He got me.
I'm still in there right now.
Hey, Errol. Doing good.
Hi, Ginger. Hey, Ginger. I can't hear me. I have to yell across the room. Doing good, Ginger. Getting ready to have the great grandbaby for 3 weeks. $3 weeks. I won't be able to give her back. Just mute yourself when you do. I'm not. See Abe's response to your.
Huh?
Did you see Abe's response? You're full of shit, Abe.
Oh, yeah.
Got receipts.
I don't think I need receipts when you call somebody they're full of shit. Abe's giving me a bad time. I told him he was full of shit.
So what What have you been doing, Ginger? You ready for football?
Go Ducks.
Oh, I didn't call her. That's her.
Hey, Raccoon Man.
Tell her that she has tickets to the first game. For sure. I'm just gonna bring some. Got tickets to the first game, Ginger. The rest of them are just hard to get right now. Let's see what Joey's saying. Let's see if it's worth listening to. He's just sitting there staring at the screen, playing music.
Poor Joey.
Hey, Raccoon Man, come on up. Poor Joey. I don't feel the least bit sorry for his ass. See his sorry ass.
Hey, Gia.
Oh, Gia. That. Slapping his jaws. He's got still on bed. He's still sitting on the phone with Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it, Robert?
No, I don't think so, Gia.
Knows what allowed.
Evening, people.
Good, are you?
What's Joey doing? Staring at the screen?
No, he's still blabbing to the dude and
I just went on and reported myself to the law, so they know where I'm at when Joey gets me arrested.
oh, well that's good. That's good.
I won't be
Always keep
compliant,
it
you know.
first.
Yeah.
There's always a cause to an effect, you people.
I think Tad is traveling, Gia.
You might be on a road trip. On the road today.
Where's Tatted at? Hong Kong?
I don't know. It's hard saying.
Venezuela? Rio? There ain't no telling where he's at, man. He flies all over the world. He flies more than Pookie.
Yeah, well, almost. I'll be flying again in a couple weeks.
Joey, I went and bought me a gigantic premium margarita with extra shot of Jose. So I hope you're going to be entertaining tonight. No, Gia, but I did see her Sugarfoot eating that damn what was it, Tim Horton, what was it called? Tim Horton donuts and drinking her fucking sugary coffee. She's really pushing it, running about a A1C around 20 on average, and she won't tell people what her real blood sugar is. She keeps faking it. Diabetes ain't no joke. You think they'll bury her out in the sand with the camels if she drops dead over there?
Who?
What shouldn't be on TikTok?
Oh, this chick, man, she weighs about 700 pounds, about 5 foot tall, and she's severe diabetic, and she refuses to do anything. She just eats whatever she wants.
Who? Foodie Beauty?
Yeah, you watch
Yeah.
that heifer?
I've seen her.
She thinks the fucking diabetes shit's a joke. Well, she gonna find out. I've been watching her, and her fingertips are getting redder and redder, and that's oxygen starvation at your
Holy
extremities.
shit.
She's got kidney failure, probably heart failure too, I would imagine, because she's having
Yeah.
so much weight on her.
She's a big girl.
Had to go all the way to Kuwait to pretend she had a husband. Because
Sounds like
nobody,
Shani.
yeah, nobody in Canada will have anything to do with her. I used to watch her, man. She would screw anybody. She paid somebody down in Cuba, and he took her money and refused to have sex with her.
Huh?
Oh, she flipped out then.
I imagine.
Big bone my ass, Gia. She's a midget. She's a fucking midget, and she's about 6. I don't know. I wouldn't say 6 foot around, but I'd say she's a good 4 foot around. No, she didn't give what's her boy's name? Salad a laptop. No, do you know what she really did? For him to play this game, he charged her $9,000
Oh,
to
shit.
pretend she's married to him.
Hmm.
And he likes to go over and see them funny boys over in Thailand. What do they call them? Lady boys?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a lady boy. He's gay as fuck.
So they're each other's cover story.
Oh, she gave the guy in Cuba a laptop. I thought she paid him off, and he refused to have sex with her. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to have sex with that animal. Yeah, right, Gia. You're a jokester. FFG gives her hell. FFG's getting rich off her. It's okay, Elsie. You can be a little gay, like Joey's a little gay, you know? I'm not going to discriminate. But you don't want to have, it'd be like getting with Chrissy or, damn, Donald's still talking. Go on, Donald. Whoop the ass. Y'all go out and eat and give a tip on your receipt. Do y'all put no taxes?
Huh?
Oh, like when you go out to eat at a restaurant, you know, when you get your bill back and it asks you how much you want to give the tip, and then you sign your bill.
Yeah.
I write down on the bottom, no taxes on no tip. What is it? No taxes on tips. Trump.
Huh?
You shouldn't charge people that are fucking in the service bills, and that's how they pay their meals, pay their bills. You know, I always give good tips.
You seen Shandy's mouth lately?
I seen them warts growing, man. God almighty, them vaginal warts are growing all over her.
Yeah, they are.
She gave Rev 3 or 4 on his chin.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he eats that nasty thing. He eats her butt. He's gross. That That's the only woman he's ever had, other than that rubber torso doll.
Yeah. That's all he's gonna get.
If he ever got a decent woman, a real woman,
Yeah.
and straightened his mind out, Jesus, I can't stand that woman. She just irks me to no end.
Kind of chores you doing, Elsie?
Not with Shanny, Jill. That's body hygiene problem. When you get filthy like that, you get bacteria and all kinds of viruses growing on your skin. When you're having warts break out all over you, it's because you don't take a fucking bath enough. You seen that one on the side of her cheek? The motherfucker was a Mount Vesuvius, man.
Yeah. The one on her forehead's getting bigger.
Oh, did you see the baby one under it?
Yeah.
It's growing too. Let's see, Friday Drader was on, man, and I always love watching Drader and listening to him. He's fucking hilarious.
Points out the warts.
Yeah. See the wart? Gets nuts, man, on that shit. Did y'all see the one when he called Shanny on the phone? I guess y'all didn't, huh? He called
What?
he called Shanny. Drazer called Shanny. I think it was a year or so back on her phone, and she answered it. And Drazer was talking to her and shit. He said, "What we really want to know is about the warts, Shanny. Tell us about the warts."
Yeah, I heard that phone call.
We got to throw a party when they take Joey's channel down.
Yeah. If
We'll
they ever do.
burn the book. We'll burn the book when that happens.
Yeah.
You got one of them, what do they call it? Fire pit chimneys or something?
Yeah, we got one.
Oh, that'd be great. Throw the book in there, a little gasoline, and poof.
Oof. Who you asking, Gia?
Well, Gia's a dude, so he's probably into gay shit. Pretending he's a woman.
No, never did, never had any desire to.
I don't judge them or put them down, but I just don't understand that life.
Yeah.
They used to throw them over the ship, man, if they caught one on the ship doing something like that. No gays on the ship.
Yep. Don't ask, don't tell.
And now we got a goddamn transvestite as the Admiral of the Navy. What a joke. I wonder how they'd hold up under fire.
Probably not very well.
I think they'd melt and run on you, and leave you by yourself. Hey, Joey, you watching this, buddy? I'm going to go to the bank one day and take out some money out of my safety deposit box, and I'm going to take a picture of it, a big stack of it, and send that to Joey. This is the shit you could have, Joey, if you'd get off your ass.
I don't know if there's gonna be any champagne tonight, Lollipop.
Might be a mimosa tonight.
Might be.
I'm having me a margarita with an extra shot of Jose, and I'm just celebrating Joey's misery. That's all.
Yeah. That's a lot to celebrate.
Could you imagine having Joey on the ship and fucking with his mind? He would jump off the motherfucker and try to swim away.
He
We
wouldn't
had,
last long in the military.
not in my Navy, not in the
No.
days I was in there. Nobody. Well, one, he's a shit bird. He won't take a bath, so that's bad enough. Gee, I swim in a lot of damn seas and oceans. I can tell you that. That's what you call somebody in the Navy a shitbird, man, because they won't take a bath. They're fucking filthy. We had one guy, Guido. He was a
Yeah.
raidman. We had this raidman. That's how fucked up in the head he was. He would not take a shower, go in the head and take a shower or anything. He wouldn't put his clothes in the laundry. He would wear them till they were fucking. Somebody would say something. He'd go buy him another pair of brand new dungarees.
What the hell's his problem?
Well, we had a little get together with him. We drug him into the head, got a bunch of industrial soap and a mop,
Yeah.
and we gave him a saltwater wash down with a fire hose. He disappeared. I don't know what happened to him after that. He just wasn't on the ship no more. I guess he couldn't handle it. We had nothing but crazies on that first ship, man. People try and commit suicide to get off of it. They couldn't handle the stress over
What boat was it?
the LaSalle AGF-3.
What kind is that?
It's a gator freighter
Oh, okay.
with the stern deck that goes down in the water, and you launch your mic boats out of it. We did ops.
Oh, okay.
We had all them strange people flying in all the time with their fucking dungarees, cheap dungaree shorts on and shit like that. Strange shit happened on that ship.
A lot of jarheads.
No, we had
Really?
zero jarheads. We had what happened was the king of Bahrain asked, because several of the Marines had got off and got drunk, being Marines, and caused a couple of incidences. And the king asked him, said, "You're not going to be able to pull port here at Manama, Bahrain anymore unless you get all the Marines off." So they kicked the Marines off. Then we had fire on the fantail, and we built our own ship self-defense force. I outshot everybody. They put me up on the top, up in the crow's nest with a sniper rifle when we go into had a M14.
It's because you're a hillbilly.
I could shoot so good, man. They was flipping out, man.
Hmm?
I think Joey knows that. He's going around.
Does Joey know?
I just said, I don't think Joey knows
Oh.
that you go live.
God, Joey's still alive? And live.
He's hoping he can turn it around and save his channel, but I think it's a little too late.
Yeah. He's so delusional he thinks people are messing with him.
He's doing that.
Of course he is.
Is that him talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all turn it up so we can hear it?
Yep. Hold on 1 second.
I want to get enlightened. Joey's such
Country
a
to the United States. He's got to report that to the IRS.
Are you talking about TC, Joe? You better prove that.
Yeah, because he was living in 2 countries. Yeah, you got that right, because he was listed in the country where he married that woman, and then he's listed here in the United States. So he's got 2 locations where he goes to.
You
he stays
are
here in the United
the
States most of the time.
stupidest.
When he's wanting some.
Is he talking about TC?
Morning all.
Hey, Scott.
Okay, man. Hey, Pookie. Hey, Guido.
I don't know what he's talking about, Elsie. But we're all going to jail.
Well, you guys are going to jail. We're good.
Oh, well. Yeah. We're all going what did he say today? We were burying ourselves and nailing our last nail in our coffin.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
If you do end up in jail, we'll make sure to write.
How come you guys aren't going to jail?
Yeah.
Because we're in a different country.
Fair, but TC is another country too.
When everything transpired, he wasn't there.
I've already been to jail, Lollipop. A couple of times.
If they're trying to set me up for things, yeah, if they're going to sit there and play victim,
Ugh.
my side as well.
No, speak it up, buddy.
If people want to believe me, fine. Yeah, they're more than welcome. But if they don't believe me, that's their choice.
Oh.
I'm just saying that they're making a mistake.
Yes, there is, Gia. There's doctors and
Corman.
corpsmen and pharmacy and all kinds of stuff.
Depends on the size of the ship. If you're on a
Yeah.
carrier was got a huge sick bay, you might have multiple doctors. I think if I remember right, they have one doctor that only handles the pilots and the flight crew. That's all they do.
Yeah. Like I said, to those that are using this content against me, the husband gave me permission to do so.
Bullhead Clat.
So I wanted him to know exactly what
Get that shit in Vietnam and
the attack line. That was back 6
Philippines. That shit.
assets.
Right, Joe.
I did it one time, and I apologize over 200 times to him and his wife.
Oh.
Back around Thanksgiving of 2019, him and his wife donated to me for our Thanksgiving.
And you spent it on yourself.
My mom didn't want it.
And you doxed them afterwards.
But I did. I took the money and I took it and spent it on me and my wife.
You didn't spend it on your wife. You liar.
I
You liar.
think you bought it on computer parts.
But, if
You
it was
paid
such
for
a
his
bad
trip
thing,
down
I didn't
to
donate $100.
Melissa.
That's
But
what
you
we
did.
I got messages where
No, Gia, I'm not a freak like you. I never caught the clap. I never caught anything.
No, you really don't need to, Robert.
another thing.
Joey can't stand when
Right,
Robert
here's another
talks.
thing. These people are against pedophiles, right? They are defending the guy who defended.
Oh, that story's so old, Joey. Jeez, can't you make up something for
His
that?
name is Rick Barry. He's the self-proclaimed
Yeah,
pedophile.
the one that you created a server, a secret server. What?
If you look into it, type in Rick Productions. He went by that. He went by the String King.
And make sure to look
His
up
actual name
Joey's.
is Rick Barry. His husband went down for possession of CP, and
Yeah, you went over there and befriended him, didn't you?
his
Yeah,
husband before
Joey.
his husband actually died in prison, but he was sentenced to.
The poor man covered for Sticky Ricky. Sticky Ricky was the child molester.
You think so?
Don't you remember him talking about he gave those little kids baths? He got in the shower with them and washed
Yeah.
them and cleaned them. Yeah. He made that guy take the fall. Both of them was molesting children.
I reckon Ricky was I reckon he went super sped. I reckon he went. The cops turned up. He started drooling at the mouth and not being able to talk and all that
Well-
sort of shit. And the cops were like, "Oh, he wouldn't do it. He's special."
Yeah. He's the first one that would do it.
He's
He's
talking
like-
about Rick Barry, Betty.
Yeah. Rick Barry.
You were over there befriending
Sticky Ricky.
Barry, Joey.
That was Joey's best friend on.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was trying to get them porn shots.
He did.
Oh, he wanted pictures of children.
Download them onto a
Yeah.
flash drive.
Stupid motherfucker don't know. He ever took any in. They'll find him eventually. You one sick dude, Gia.
Why the fuck would you do that?
That's awfully painful.
Gia's a freak.
Would not be very much fun at all. Let's turn the question around, G. Have you ever had melted chocolate put on your clit?
Yeah, and then Chrissy and Shawnee.
Constantly showing her top part of her, and then constantly, showing her butt. And then talking about her penis and everything like that.
Is he talking about Sasquatch?
Who's he talking about now?
He's talking about Chip and Mama showing him bars.
Oh, talking about Chip and Mama.
I thought he was talking about his beast he's got.
No.
Are you jealous, Joey?
And if I could find
Because nobody would talk to your woman that
copy
way.
of that live stream, in which I know I have it, it's just I gotta figure out exactly where it's at.
Shit.
I would be able to actually display it as well. But if anybody wants to find out,
How do you reckon that's checkmate, Elsie?
I'm Rick Barry. Here, I'll show you exactly how.
Uh-oh.
I'll walk you through the steps.
We got a chess game going on.
Nah, buddy. I asked Gia if she had melted chocolate put on her clit, and she said no, but she'd be into it. All you need then is someone to lick it off.
Yeah.
The weather back there, Scott. Still cold? Do you ever get snow?
What are you looking at that for? I'm weird.
Yeah,
How am I the one that's weird?
because it's safe.
I don't think you heard.
Oh, I don't have time to mute it because. It's okay.
Pookie wanted to know how the weather is and if there was any snow.
Nah, fuck all snow. But there's just cold wind running through. It's a fine day. If you can get out of the wind, it's not bad. But that wind
Yeah.
will fuck you up.
You got all that stuff of Rick Barry saved there, Joey?
You have a little bit to wait there, Gia.
Okay.
We had a day the other day. It got up to like 4 degrees. It was fucked.
That's cold.
I think it started the day at 6, and ended the day, and the maximum was 4.
You gonna make me look at it?
What are you looking for?
Okay, this one says here, this was 9 months ago, Rig Productions got arrested. So I'm not for sure what.
It was cold.
What did Joey say? He's a child groomer.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard that.
Yeah, I looked it up, Elsie. I beat you to it.
That's not too cold.
Mm-mm.
40 degrees.
It is when it's drizzling and fucking there's this wind blowing.
Oh,
It
I
will
wish
bullshit.
wish it was 40 degrees here.
Yeah, but where you are, the humidity gets as low as 80%. Like it's fucking humid all the time.
Not
I'm
all
in
the
a-
time, Gia. Just when you get older.
That's
Gee,
just a
why are
rumor,
you
Jeff.
obsessed with this shit? You're sick. Somebody
The
drop
real
you on
problem,
your
Gia,
head, Gia?
You didn't, Joey. We're going apart from all of that.
well, America should have already switched to Celsius. America should have already switched to metric.
We
But they're
tried back in the 70s, Scott, and we said, fuck it.
stubborn. That's what it is. Stubborn.
The English in England, they're still on imperial standards. They don't do metric.
Most of the world does.
Well, we like to be different, you know. We like fractional math.
Oh, fuck that. That's far too much work.
Pretty fucking accurate, though.
Don't the military use metric?
Yeah. But like over here, now in the Navy, no. We go by yards. Like, I think it's, what is 2,000 yards is a mile at sea, a nautical mile.
Nautical distances are different.
Well, yeah, I know nautical miles better than I know land miles. But what I'm saying is, we didn't use meters back in my day. We used yards as the measurement.
So you'd still be okay with the whole, lengths and fathoms and
Yeah. Leagues are just a division of depth. I forgot what it is. I hadn't used it in a long time. We had several measurements. Soundings, which was when you got in the shallow water.
You liked that the most, didn't you?
What?
Sounding.
No, I didn't get involved in all that bullshit. I was a signalman, man. I was up in communication. I didn't fuck with that shit. That was for what do you call it?
Bosun mate.
Yeah, coxswain, deck eight. The deck crew, the juniorists and the deck crew was always the ones that operated the wheel of the ship, believe it or not. They'd put somebody on there that didn't know shit. I mean, barely knew anything. And they would train them. And I used to stand wheel watches, man, on my first ship just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
To me, it was kind of boring because, you know, 5 degrees port, you know. 5 minutes later, turn, 7 or 8 degrees starboard. Thank God I wasn't a, what do you call them? Quartermaster.
Oh.
Oh, man, that was a fucking nightmare, man. They don't even do all that shit anymore. It's all computerized. But, man, you had the fucking celestial charts, I used to know enough to navigate a ship, but I can't remember all that shit.
They still have to keep up on it.
Huh?
I was just going to say there'd have to be someone on ship who could, in case all the electrical shit went down.
Well, what it is called shared duties, where you say something drastic happens at a ship, the bridge gets wiped out for whatever reason. If you got your surface warfare pin, that meant you could go and stand watches and operate different departments in the ship if they needed you to go there. Say engineering, you'd go down there and, read gauges. You just didn't do one job on a ship. You did everybody's job, seemed like. Except when you get on an aircraft carrier and it's a fucking union. Nobody has to do nobody else's job except cleaning.
That's because we're special.
Yeah, you fucking Airedales, man. Y'all didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah, we do.
No,
Most-
y'all worked your ass off on the flight deck. That's without a doubt. I used to watch them guys. I was like, God damn, I'm glad I didn't go in as a fucking air crew. You don't see too many people retire off the flight deck. Trying to remember, was it 18-hour flight ops when they were operational on the carrier? I
Pretty
believe it was.
much.
Yeah, I think that's the normal cycle was 18 hours flight ops.
They had breaks in between.
And then I lived right under Portside Cat, number 2, I think it is, or number 1. Which one is Port?
Yeah, everybody lives underneath something.
I lived under a fucking catapult. boom. You hear that motherfucker go off, and then it would slam into the ram on where I'm at, and then you hear it go back. Tick, 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 tick.
And you could
20.
sleep right through it after a while.
I didn't give a fuck. After I left that first ship, I couldn't get no sleep, man. I thought I had hit gravy on aircraft carrier because shit, man, you actually got to sleep 8 hours.
Yeah.
On my first ship, if you got 2 or 3, you was a happy motherfucker. When you're undermanned and you got to do all kind of jobs, you know.
It gets dangerous after a while.
Well, that's why I'm on 100% disability. You go a year in combat, which we were. They called it something else, RJC duty, but we were in the middle of Iraq, Iran, and all that bullshit. You didn't sleep much on that ship at all. I think I went about 5 or 6 days because we were undermanned when we were in the Red Sea doing them mine ops. Our division was supposed to have, I think, 13 and 14 guys, and there was only 4 of us, counting me.
Holy shit.
Yes, I was senior enlisted at E3. There was no 3rd class, 2nd class, 1st class, or a chief at the time. I ran the bridge.
Yeah.
I used to go to officers' meetings. You know, like where your senior chiefs and stuff report for the to get the instructions off the bridge as you're underway.
Yeah.
Here I'm a little motherfucker, man. E3. I'm standing there with guys, you know, chiefs, senior chiefs, master chiefs. But I got respect from them because I did the job and I did it without fucking up. And that's one of the good things I did in my life. I didn't let anybody down.
Now here's a question for you. Was there someone you fucking hated on there that you would always give the shittest jobs to?
You had to be very fucking careful, especially on my first ship, fucking with people. If you fucking rode somebody hard enough, well, they didn't give a fuck. There was a poor guy, he was mess cranking down in the chief's mess. And there was this fucking chief that kept fucking with him. He said, okay, I'm going to take care of your ass, motherfucker. Just because you wear brown don't mean nothing. He went down to the ship store one day and bought him 3 or 4 cans of that lighter fluid for your Zippos. Pulled the tops off and poured it all in the rack and set it on fire. But the guy had got up to go to the fucking head. He burned the empty rack up. That's how crazy. That first ship was crazy, man. People were doing insane shit.
Never seen him again.
No. But that chief, he had a whole different attitude about fucking with people. If he'd have been asleep, he'd have been a burnt motherfucker because he poured it all over the curtains.
Gia wants to know how sex work, like if there's sex workers on the boat with you.
Yeah, you fucking homo.
No, that's where we pull into ports.
You go to port.
And you find the sex workers there.
You ain't got to find them. They're standing on the fucking dock waving at the guys on the ship, man.
Oh, yoo-hoo!
I remember I pulled in Mombasa, Kenya, and it looked like a fucking family reunion out on the deck. I asked Captain, I said, Cap, what's going on dock? He said, that's all the girls. They waiting to make some money off of us.
And make money they did.
No, we didn't really mess with them too much because we got a letter in from the State Department, and I actually seen the communique, and it said that everything was kind of cool in Mombasa except for sex. They said even the trees had VD, so nobody messed with the whores. But people got drunk, messed with the whores, and guess what? A day or two later, you seen them.
Roses!
Oh
You
no,
get a BD! You get a BD! You want
no. You see these poor bastards standing in front of sick bay in a line holding 2 vials of fucking penicillin trying to warm it up.
it?
I seen that a lot. I seen it a lot.
Well, that's what you get when you think with the wrong brain.
I was a little older than these guys. The other thing is
You wanted to.
you'll never make E7 if you ever had a communicable disease.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, condoms existed back then.
Oh, they had a goddamn punch bowl at the quarterdeck. They made everybody grab a handful of them when they walked off the ship.
It still didn't work.
They threw them in the fucking water as they're going down the gangway. And it was, and you know what? Just the majority, I ain't gonna say it's all, but the majority of the guys were black because they didn't believe in wearing rubbers. They was like TC. I don't want no damn rubber on me.
Well, they'll change their tune when their dick falls off.
Nah. About 2 days later, they'll go in the head to take a piss and you'll hear them scream. Hey, I was brushing my teeth one day, and this dude called Freddie Washington, man. He went to take a piss and go and take a shower, and man, all of a sudden he started screaming. I said, "What the fuck?" He said, "My dick feels like it got razor blades in it." And I said, "You better go to sick bay, dude." I'm serious, man. You had dumb motherfuckers in the Navy. You had smart guys and you had dummies.
I don't know if you could get away with having specific sex workers on specific boats in the Navy, dear. Just saying.
Wasn't there the USS Missouri?
What?
What?
USS Missouri went over to Iraq for a tour, and 2/3 of the females on board come back pregnant.
Oh,
that's before my time. Or
yeah,
after my time.
Yeah, that's after my time. The only women was in the Navy was dykes, and they were on service ships. And they looked horrible. They looked like Chrissy. You wouldn't want to mate with none of them.
Yeah, it's just recent they let women on ships.
That even looked halfway decent, man. Back then, the
Yeah.
Navy girls were like Shanny, 300 pounds. They wanted big fat girls that could pick shit up and do stuff. If you was a little frail, pretty girl, you wouldn't last. They'd put you in something where you never got on a ship back then. You wouldn't get on a the only women that could get on ships back in my day were tenders. And that was it. Oilers and USNS ships and stuff like that, support shit. They don't even get near the action.
The other thing is, Gia, if you had onboard sex workers, they may go in with 5-cent pieces and come out with 50s. They would be fucking. They'd be broken by the end of fucking.
I was talking to some people that were on a. I forget the name of the tender, but they said on the 1st and the 15th, that's when you got your paycheck. You would see guys lined up where the women stayed, and you'd go in their head and they'd give you a blowjob for however much. But I'm telling you, it looks like Chrissy that's giving you the blowjob. So,
The girls would have ended up.
We don't tell you. There wasn't no pretty people, women in the Navy, hardly, unless they was officers. The Air Force got all the pretty women.
We had some pretty women in the IMD.
Wasn't many though.
I had them all in my shop, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Overall, the percentage of women in the Navy, there's very few good-looking women.
Yeah.
The majority of them that look decent were officers. The rest of them look like Chrissy, swamp hogs.
Oh,
And you had to
speaking
be
of,
look, you had to be desperate because they would drag your ass if they caught you messing with one of them things. You would not have a minute's rest on the ship. They'd fuck with you endlessly. Oh, they got so mad at me, man. My last ship, I was in Guido, you was in yeah, you was over in Rhoda.
Yes.
You was
Yeah.
in Rhoda.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to go over to the Med Coast where they do the change of command for the aircraft carriers at Malaga? That little island right off the coast of Spain.
Uh,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Okay. And then they had that little resort area in Spain on
Mallorca.
Palma, Mallorca, and Malaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song about drinking champagne, was it tastes like Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kinks.
Lola.
Lola. And but it was my last foreign port, and we was in Malaga on that island, and
Yeah.
we went walking around, and it was like, you know how it was in Spain. Fucking places that you thought was a house was a bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason you knew it was a bar because they'd have a TV on playing soccer real loud, and
Yeah. And the
then
door would be open.
the doors are open. And if you walk by and there's any women out there, if the ones whistle at you, that's the hookers.
Yeah.
But
That's a brave assumption, Gia, to assume that America's the best country.
Yeah. I banged this one chick, man. All my buddies was jealous as hell. They had all already got with everybody, and man, this beautiful girl comes walking by, and she's in a white outfit. And them Spanish women are beautiful, dark olive skin, and she winked at me. You know, I told her, "Come on, I'll buy you a drink." So we got a drink. She couldn't speak too much English, and all my buddies was pointing. Look at that! Look at that! Because I told them I wasn't gonna mess with nothing because I was getting out. I didn't want to catch nothing. I didn't. This bitch drove me to her house. She almost wouldn't let me go. I banged her for about 3 hours, man. She was just a pile of wet sweat when I got through with her. And I barely made it back to the last ship. You know, what do you call those boats? Crew boats. Yeah, the crew boats where you come off the aircraft carrier and you got to ride the little boats in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I caught the very last one. It was just fixing to pull off the pier. I'm running up there. No. I'm not missing ship's movement, motherfucker. I'll swim to it. I seen a guy miss ship movement, and they put him on the ship. They put him in the brig for 30 days. Bread and water.
Yep.
You do not miss ship's movement, period. But that was a fun time, man.
Hey, Raccoon Man,
Yeah.
you want a frightening mental picture?
Don't show me no damn BD pictures.
No, a mental picture, right? I'll paint it for you. Chrissy in a sex swing.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I'm dry heaving, man. Shit.
That probably looked like a camel trying to eat over a fence.
But yeah, I have to admit, I had a preference for Spanish girls. I just loved them.
No, we never threw anybody overboard, Gia.
They did on my first ship. He was gay. Gay people didn't belong on warships. So we had a man overboard the next day trying to find him. Yeah. Good luck on that. And there was another one they caught doing something with a dude, and they stabbed him and threw him into the void and bolted it back up.
Yeah.
And then when we got back home after our cruise, this was on the carrier, some of them yardbirds opened up to do whatever service and they had to do in that compartment. They found him with the fucking knife still in his back. You had to be careful, man, back then. You could get your ass killed. It was like being in the penitentiary. You fuck over somebody or piss somebody off, that was retribution.
Well, you must have been on some rough ships.
Yep. We had a pedophile on our second ship. He went UA, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I know, because they gotta have so many witnesses when they breaking into your rack, cut the lock.
Yeah.
They had the ship sheriff, the marshal over there, and we just happened to be in the berthing space, and he said, you, and you, come over here. So they're getting his shit out, because
Unauthorized absence.
you're right, they secure everything. Well, guess what they found in his rack? We had just come back from overseas Italy.
Yeah.
And over there, they have the sickest porno shit, magazines or what. He had a little kitty porn in his fucking rack.
No.
Master Chief Jenkins looked over at me and he said, you know what's got to be done if he ever comes back on this ship? Yes, Master Chief. He came back. They caught him, brought him back. You got to go back to your last command to stand captain's mast or whatever. And some reason the dude kept falling down and getting beat up or hitting his head on the deck. And then he tripped and fell down a gangway of stairs. Poor bastard broke an arm and a leg, and I think he dislocated an elbow or shoulder. We never did see him again.
Gee, I don't know.
Not my Navy. Unless it was a fucking ass baby. I was in a different Navy. This shit now is a joke, man. It's a love boat.
Yeah.
All them girls, selling pussy on them ships now. I talked to a buddy of mine. His son went over and he came back and was telling us about it. He said half of them was damn prostitutes. They were making their money so they could, get out of the Navy and have a ton of money. Couldn't have dope, but you could fuck a whore, man. I just didn't understand it. You didn't operate in the Middle East, did you?
We went there, yeah.
You flew into Bahrain?
No, we floated in.
Oh, floated in. On a carrier?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a fucking nice place to live, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
This was in 84, 85 when I was over there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Apartment back then was $2,000 a month. If you wanted to open a bank account, you had to have a minimum of $100,000, or they wouldn't even talk to you. Bunch of rich fucks over there. You had to spend $5 for every one of their dinars. That's how valuable the money was. It was all backed by gold.
Gee, I never set foot on Kuwait.
Fuck Kuwait.
Granddaughter did.
All that.
Granddaughter did.
They gave us a medal.
What they give you?
Kuwaiti liberation or something.
Oh, you was involved in the first deal?
Yeah.
First war? Okay. Y'all must have been capped. Y'all give them air cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gone when that shit happened. I almost signed back up to go over and fight after they blew the Stark up. But I come to my senses. I was like, nah, I don't want to go back. I figured I did 4 years over. I got away with my life. I figured better not chance it anymore.
Yeah, don't tempt fate.
Well, everywhere I went, they sent me somewhere where there's something happening. I said I did.
Happen.
Well, I did a year and so over in on my first ship. Went to Saratoga thinking that I'll never see the Middle East. They said back then they didn't allow carriers into the fucking Persian Gulf. And the Saratoga was the very first fucking one, and I was on it. Went right back where I come from, which was cool. I got to show all my buddies, the ins and out of Bahrain. Where to go buy gold, where to, buy this, get that. They was like, holy fuck, you know where everything is over here. Yeah, motherfucker, I lived over there for about a year and a half.
Yes, Gia.
What's Gia talking about?
Iraq tried to invade Kuwait.
Yeah, that was the first Gulf War.
I don't know if they tried. I think they pretty much did.
Yeah. Well, we let them do it. Go to Somalia? No, I ain't go. I was to Djibouti.
Nope. It's too poor.
I went to
I don't
Djibouti.
there. Who do we know? Scott, we know someone that went there.
Where?
Somalia.
Yes, we do.
There ain't nothing there. Y'all starting to talk about real shitholes. Kuwait, Somalia.
I'm talking about.
Karachi, Pakistan's the fucking asshole of the world. You were lucky. You never have to go to Karachi, right?
Right.
Dude,
Went to Abu Dhabi.
If the wind was blowing out to sea from there,
Yeah.
about 20 to 15 miles, if it was a strong wind, you could start smelling the garbage smell.
Hey, right.
They had mountains.
Sounds like Naples.
They had mountains, literally mountains. I went by there and looked at it, of trash. And some poor old bastard was sleeping in the middle of that shit and raised up. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Because the people are so poor in Pakistan, they sleep on the ground, on the sidewalks.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's fucking nasty, man.
You been to India?
No, let's see. We were supposed to go to Sri Lanka, but them Tamil tigers were killing everybody, so we decided we'd go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never got to go to India.
Gia wants to know if you ever encountered pirates.
No, not back in my day, not them Somali pirates. No, we'd have killed them motherfuckers.
Bangladesh?
No, Bangladesh.
Oh.
The furthest east I went was Singapore. I don't know how relative how you know, but that was as far as I got. We were supposed to go to Hong Kong, but that got changed to Singapore. And I really wanted to go to Hong Kong.
I've been to Hong Kong quite a few times.
They say the food is phenomenal if you're into seafood and fish and stuff like that.
Yeah. Everything's cool in Hong Kong.
Just very expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It's like going to Hawaii and getting a hamburger for $10.
Yeah.
In 1975, my uncle sent me a picture of a McDonald's burger with the receipt, and it was $10, and that was in the 70s in Hawaii.
What the fuck?
It just depends.
Highway robbery.
You got to get Scotty's passport.
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. We got to move into the house first.
Yeah, Jill. Get caught on the street chewing gum or fucking throwing trash on the ground in Singapore and see what happens to you.
Oh, they've also got a bloody. I think it's Singapore. They've got a law that men's hair can't be below their collar. Like you'll actually get thrown in jail for it.
Yeah, Singapore's a pretty strict city.
I'd really like to go to Japan.
That's cool. Been to Sasebo.
Where's that at?
It's south in one of the smaller islands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks so pretty. I'd love to go during the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Go to Tokyo.
Hell yeah. I'd love to go see like a geisha performance too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I learned a little bit of Japanese in high school. I can't remember a whole heap, but I just really, really like the architecture and stuff and the stories, their folklore.
But they're the most uptight fucking people besides the English. The
I always
Japanese
saw it as they
well,
were
the Japanese are so social conscious and about keeping faith and
yeah. Like they are concerned a lot of the time with other people.
Japanese are very racist people. If you ain't Jap, you don't belong there.
I'd probably be too loud and boisterous and wouldn't last there very long. They'd probably fucking kick me out.
Well, if you're in the touristy areas, there's tons of different foreigners, you know. But out in the country, it's like if you came over here and I took you and put you in the middle of where, say, Rainbow lives with all them fucking hillbillies.
They'd be like, what are you doing here?
But the thing I took away from it is all them people, they might dress different, talk different, have different customs, eat different foods. They're just like us. All they want to do is take care of their family, make a living, and, you know, they're no different than anybody else.
And live their life. Yeah.
That's it.
You know what's wrong with Japan, don't you?
What?
Too many Japanese.
Oh, shit.
You won't
They're
find a
part
Muslim. You won't find a Muslim in Japan, Jack.
They're not allowed to reside there.
They're not even allowed to go there.
I've never really
They might
given
can do a business or something like that, but as far as long term or anything like that, Muslims are forbidden over there.
Shit.
Yeah, they hate them.
They sure do. Jill.
What's that? Koreans hate Japan. Yeah, well, I guess so. Look what they did to them prior to World War II and during World War II.
Yeah.
They treated them as bad, worse than the Chinese. Japanese are the most racist people over there. They look down on everybody. Like Chinese and Koreans are animals to them. They talk about us being racist. Shit. Go to Japan.
Yeah.
You won't see racism. You'll hear this term, gaijin, all the time if you're walking around. Gaijin.
They do
Spanish?
make some fucking kick-ass cartoons, though.
But I'm gonna tell you, out of all the places I went to, Singapore and Spain was the two funnest places I ever went to.
Singapore was kind of a dry place for me.
I had a great time in Singapore.
I didn't.
We spent Christmas there. We were there about, I don't know, 5-6 days.
Shit.
We our division officer got us motel rooms at the Peninsula Hotel, the big fancy place in Singapore, and we had connecting suites and everything. Man, it was the best place I ever. As far as just having a good time, a place to hang out, it was great.
Gia, you can have fucking those tiny Japanese otters as pets too in Japan. Like the little brown ones. They make little squeaky noises like they're fucking chew toys. They would be chaotic though. Like ferrets were bad, but they'd just be another nightmare.
Fucking Japanese eat some nasty ass food. I know coon asses down here, we eat a lot of nasty ass food, but them Japanese, I think they eat the fucking scales off of fish over
Hey.
Is it fugu, the fucking puffer fish?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the second runner-up is the Philippines.
Oh, that I don't know if that Philippines is probably number one as far as gross food.
Yeah.
Filipino.
Go to the PI and eat what the PI eat. I guarantee you ain't gonna like it.
You'd like balut?
Ooh,
Elsie.
ooh. I almost threw up. You know what a balut is?
No.
It's the worst, god awful smelling.
What is it? Is it like fucking fish ass or something?
No, tell him, Guido.
It's a duck embryo egg that's been buried for quite a few months.
Oh, I've heard of them before.
And they
Oh,
eat the
really?
feathers, the beak, everything.
Blech.
Yeah.
Fuck
Gross.
durian.
Durians are the worst, Gia. They stink like ass.
They had them. You remember in Singapore, they had the picture of the durian with the fucking the circle with the red slash to it all over the place. No durian in Singapore. I think you had to go into old Chinatown to eat shit like that.
I know on that show that I watch about the orangutan orphanage, they feed them durians. And they'll like crack them open and eat it. I'm like, bleh!
I smelled it in a market in China.
They stink.
It smells like puke.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
They say it tastes great, but I can't get past the smell, so I'm not going to try it. Do you ever eat durian, Guido?
No.
Like the flesh kind of looks like rock melon, but
That-
it
that-
smells like shit.
Well, they say it tastes kind of like a pudding, tapioca pudding or something like that. But the smell is horrendous.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Bastards over there, they'll eat anything, man. I seen motherfuckers eating rotten fish. That's a delicacy.
There's that thing that's in a can. Babe, what's it called?
Guido,
What
tell
else?
you, them
There's
Japanese eat some nasty shit.
There's a fucking, it's like I think it's in Scandinavia. They'll eat this fucking, it's like this rotting fish that's in a can, and as it ferments and stuff more, it gets bigger.
Not
Lutefisk.
mine.
Yeah,
Lutefisk.
that's it.
That's my homeland, Sweden.
What is it, Friday or something?
That's Sweden, man.
That's
My father
Norwegian.
used to. Yeah, my father used to eat that shit when he was a kid because his whole family was Swedish.
Yeah.
He said if you get past the smell, it's okay.
You couldn't convince me to fucking do that. I don't think I'd be that adventurous.
I
It's
think
bad.
it's
Like, I
that,
remember my grandmother used to make lamb's fry, and that shit
Yeah.
ooh.
used to stink the fucking house out for like a week afterwards. I hated it.
And that's sheep testicles?
That's fucking. It's awful of some. Hang on, let me look it up.
Oh God, man, you're gonna make me
Because
throw
my granddad also used to eat sheep's brains.
Yeah.
up.
But I mean, they used to kill their own sheep, so they'd have to eat all of it. Here we go. It's offal served. It's testicles, liver, sweetbreads, heart, kidneys, and sometimes brain and abdominal fat.
God, that's your guys' haggis.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Haggis is worse, man. It's served in the stomach itself.
have y'all ever eat haggis?
No.
I've tried, and I couldn't even have this. I couldn't even have the forkful that I took. I was like, no.
Is the smell bad?
I couldn't really remember the smell. It was more the fucking texture.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it's all organs ground up, right?
Yeah, in a stomach.
And they put barley or rice or something in there with it.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck they do, but it's just terrible.
Them fucking that's Irish, right? Scottish.
Yep, that's one of ours. Sorry.
No, Gia. Miriam had the durian smell between her legs. She didn't eat it. That bitch won't take a bath. Won't wipe her pussy when she takes a piss.
She probably wouldn't be able to contort her body to wash herself correct.
Well, and she says that she prefers to drip dry.
Ah!
Yeah.
Who's that?
Fucking Foodie Booty.
Oh,
Oh.
that's nasty.
Gia, am I lying? Or she's always said, I don't wipe. I let it drip dry.
Ah!
And she's probably like Shanny. She can't reach her ass, so it's probably nasty as hell.
Oh.
Well, at least Rev wipes Shanny.
I think he licks her clean so he don't have to pay for toilet paper. That's why his
Ew.
teeth are brown. Y'all didn't hear him was it it was Hammy that heard it, I think, or maybe Gia. Shanny was on there live streaming and he went to pick up her poop bucket, her shit bucket. He started gagging and throwed up
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
I remember you telling me about it.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't have air conditioning. It's like 80, 90 degrees. And her fat, lazy ass won't go up the stairs to the fucking toilet. So
That's
he got
just
a
too
bucket.
fucking bad.
He got a bucket so she could take a dump in it. And one day they look, I swear to God, it's out there. Uh, they forgot to turn the microphone off, right? They was live streaming.
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard it where she said, I gotta use the bathroom. She went to go take a piss and she said, I think I got
Take a deuce.
a deuce. And he said, well, you better get back over that bucket. You're off of it.
Oh.
Life with junkies, man.
Yep.
Gia, would you take a dump in the bucket?
What the fuck?
I think G is too kinky to poop in a bucket.
I don't know. She comes up with some sick shit in chat.
Oh.
That's two nasty motherfuckers there, man. They don't take baths. They're like Joey and that beast he lives with.
Yeah.
No hygiene at all. None.
No
Zero.
sheets.
I bet they don't have a bar of soap. What do you want to bet? I bet there's no soap in that motherfucker, and I bet there's no dishwashing soap, and I know there ain't no clothes washing soap detergent because Rat Rod, I'll help you out.
Well,
Good luck, Rat Rod. She thinks Jill is in love with Miriam, or whatever her name is, Foodie Doody.
G is just naive.
I bet Jill would wipe her hoochie for her.
Oh. There wouldn't be enough money in the fucking world.
Can you imagine Rev having to wipe that girl's ass, that big Sasquatch ass?
He wouldn't use toilet paper. He just used fucking
His tongue. He already said he licks her hemorrhoids and shit. Yes. Y'all ain't following the fucking hip shit, man.
Oh.
That was at least 2 years ago where he admitted that he licked her hemorrhoids.
Jesus.
I've been looking for their video.
I have to get with somebody that's really into it because I don't watch them, but I watch people do the commentary on them.
Yeah.
But Rev admitted to it. It's on tape and everything. And even Shanny laughed and bragged, yeah, he likes licking my hemorrhoids.
What the fuck?
Nasty motherfuckers.
That's just not right.
You know, holy.
I love it when Trader gets on their ass. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's the one who played the poop bucket where he threw up. That's where I heard it. Trader played it like 20 times. He said, listen, you hear him puking. He said, can you imagine the smell of puke and shit in that house? I said, it probably smelled like a barn stable.
Yeah, it does probably.
Oh, look at this fucking senile, mindless old bastard. They're trying to pretend he's going to run for the... Yeah, Biden. That motherfucker is the only place he's going to run for president is a nursing home. And they tried to kill Trump to keep that sorry bastard in office.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
people...
Gia, where have you been? Have you been anywhere?
Gia's worked at a couple glory hole spots, I think,
Yeah.
with Joey. I've never seen so many sick freaks on this shit, man. I didn't know people acted like this. I never associated with people that acted like this. I tried to tell people around here what I watch and what these people do, and they
Yeah.
don't believe me. They do not believe me. Balut, yum yum. Yeah, Gia. I want to see you eat that nasty shit. I watched somebody trying to eat that shit. Motherfuckers, it's a foreign bird. It's got feathers and beak.
Yeah.
Nasty. Filipinos are nasty people, man. I hate to say it. But I guess if you dirt poor, you'll eat whatever you can eat.
Yeah.
I think they take the eggs, they candle them, and they let them mature up to a certain point. And like he said, they put them in the ground with, I think it's potash.
I'm not sure.
It's something they put in the ground with it. And they bury it for like 60, 90 days. The Chinese got something called 1,000-year egg or something like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just as nasty. There's Edward.
Hey, Ed, buddy. How you doing?
God, that makes me want to puke thinking about that food.
Some of the best beer in the world is the San Miguel, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love San Miguel. Out of all the beer I drank overseas, San Miguel by far the best. And the best is the one that comes out of the Philippines.
Yeah. The painted label.
But be careful. That shit will knock your dick in the dirt.
Yeah.
It
It's
ain't
not
that
regulated.
it ain't that 2.5%.
Nope.
I drank some in Africa, Mombasa. What was it called? Tuskers. Had a
Tusk.
picture. Yeah, had a picture of that elephant tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Said, what was it? Alcohol content 7 to fucking 12 or something like that. And it had shit floating in it.
And it was warm.
It was warm and it was nasty. But if you're a sailor, you'll drink anything. I mean, fucking, after, 2 or 3 months at sea, you'll drink anything.
You sift it through the rubbers they give us.
I got drunk off my ass on that shit, I can tell you that. Tuskers is no joke. I drank 6 of them little pony bottles.
Yeah.
Went to stand up to go take a piss, man. We were in this outdoor bar or whatever they call it. We're getting ready to go to a photo safari. And I went to stand up. I blacked out. I thought
Holy shit.
yeah, I hit the floor, man. And I got up, man, when my face hit the ground. And I come back up. I drugged the bartender off the fucking bar and started threatening to kill him because I thought he had put a Mickey in my drink. He's like, no, 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 no. Look at beer. Look at beer. Look at label.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, 12% alcohol. And I slammed like 6 of them after I'd been at sea for 3 or 4 months.
Hey, terms of service.
Mombasa had some nasty ass food too, man. You had to be careful where you ate over there.
Yeah. I didn't eat too much overseas.
Me either. I was scared to death that I'd eat something and fucking poison me.
Yeah, just ate on the ship, drank, and that's about it.
I would look, and if I seen where the locals was eating, I'd go eat with them.
Yeah,
Because, you know, they ain't going to fucking poison them. So I would go to wherever I seen a crowd of people eating.
if they had a McDonald's, I'd eat there. If they had a pizza joint, I'd eat there.
They didn't have nothing like that in Mombasa when I was over there.
No, nothing there.
Yeah, it was like barbecue monkey and all kinds
Yeah.
of shit you could get. I think they called it, they called it bush meat. You had to be careful. When they told you it was bush meat, it might have been killed 3 or 4 days ago and come out of the goddamn jungle without no fucking refrigeration.
Yeah, they kill them and then leave the baby. Assholes.
No, they'd eat the babies first. What are you talking about?
Or they try to sell them as pets.
I only ate at the resorts in Mombasa, like at the hotels or something.
Yeah.
There was that casino. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's right there on the water. Yeah, I ate there. That was some pretty good food. I had a rock bass. Old skinny little old black man brought my food out to my table. It was all white linen cloth, you know, English
Yeah.
type deal. Bastard set my fish on fire.
Oh, flambe.
Yeah, they had something poured on it, and then all of a sudden he pulls out a pack of matches and poof. I'm like, fucking, what the fuck? You set my fish on fire. But I'm going to tell you what, it was very good. Very good. Very good. I just wasn't used to having somebody set my damn dinner on fire.
Not in front of you, anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right in front of me. Poof. Never got food poisoning the whole time I was overseas.
Did you have scurvy, though?
No. The only
No.
place I got food poisoning was at Benihana's in Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Ed.
I got food poisoning on Dear Garcia.
Diego?
Yeah.
You ate the hamburger shack?
No, I ate something with the chow hall.
That was British, though, wasn't it? It wasn't
Yeah.
Navy.
It was Navy.
Oh. It was a Navy chow hall there?
Yeah.
They didn't have a Navy chow hall when I was there.
Yeah, it was fairly new.
Yeah, they didn't have nothing. You know that little building that you could buy beer on the beach and shit? I can't remember what it was called. I got a picture of the place, but it was just a wood building where you could go up and get a drink or something, you know, while you're on the beach.
Yeah.
And they sold hot dogs and hamburgers. But hell, we could get that on the ship. All we want to do is get drunk. Them Arabs eat some nasty shit, I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
Go.
You want some camel?
No.
I told you about I walked in one of them fancy ass motels in Bahrain, and they had like a concourse or you know a breezeway or whatever with the carpets and the little tables and the people sitting down on the carpet and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking by and I was like, holy fuck, that's the biggest black olives I ever seen in my life. The guy sitting there did his finger back and forth. No. Sheep size.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. When he turned it around, you could see the eyeball. The backside of it was black.
That's gross.
Peekaboo.
You gonna make Ed sick?
Big Ed.
He just got done eating.
I'll tell you another thing. Do not eat fucking dates. Yeah, they look good, they smell good, and they taste good. But you ever walked around a date tree and seen what's
Mm-mm.
fucking on them? Flies by the millions. I ain't eat a date since then. But them fucking Arabs, they love their dates.
Yeah.
I used to eat them when I was a kid, but man, after I seen what the fuck where they grew them and what was on them, I was like, nah, hell no. I ain't eating fly larvae. Because they don't wash them over there. They pick them, put them in a basket, and they sell them in the market. Tell you another thing stink. You ever walk past one of them Arab women?
Yeah.
Downwind?
Yeah.
You swear it's a donkey in front of you. No wonder they cover their nasty ass up in my fucking beehive suit.
Pretty frightening.
They can keep them Arab women, man. That's some woo,
Ooh, ooh.
rough, very rough. Uh-oh, homemade tamales.
Yeah.
I ain't had homemade tamales in a while.
He was craving those the other day.
Ed, you buy them off the side of the road? A tamale cart or something? Or out back of a pickup truck? That's the best tamales. They make them in their kitchen at home.
Yeah.
We'd be working on job sites. And um
You all right?
no, a friend of mine that works on my motorcycles, he just said his dad died today.
Oh,
He's
that sucks.
devastated. So I'm texting him real quick. Oh man. Just
Hey, Chip. How you doing, buddy? Bangladesh? Dhaka? How old was Mama when she came over, Chip?
isn't Chip's wife Indian? Or
Bang-
Indonesian. Indonesian, I think he said.
Bangladesh.
Malaysia. Bang Bangladesh.
Yeah.
That's Indonesia, right?
Mm,
Not really.
no, huh?
Did you ever go any of those countries over in Indonesia?
I went to, no, I can't remember.
It was on the carrier.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Uh, what's that place? Damn. They changed the name of it. It's right beside India and in between Pakistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. East Pakistan. Yeah. That's where she's from Myanmar? No, not Myanmar. Ah, fuck.
Uh-oh, we lost somebody. We lost Elsie.
Elsie, come back. Yeah, Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Campeche. Remember that big concert in the 70s that George Harrison rocked for
Yeah.
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
They had that huge typhoon go through there and just fucking wiped basically the country out.
Yeah.
She's a Bangladeshi. She ain't a Paki though.
Yeah.
That's two different things. Don't ever call an Indian a Pakistani and never call a Pakistani an Indian. You're getting a
Nah, it's
fucking
a
fight.
surefire way to get your ass kicked.
You're
Hey,
goddamn
Gia.
right. They might cut your goddamn throat.
Yeah.
Now, with Bangladesh, one of the biggest problems with it sport-wise is the government won't get out of the fucking way. They
They
have one of the
changed their
biggest.
name to an M. What's the name of the country now? It's not Bangladesh. It's Myanmar.
No, Myanmar's different.
Oh, but it's right beside them.
Myanmar, I think it used to be a part of Indonesia.
Gee, you full of shit.
Have you traveled anywhere, Gia?
Bangladeshi is one of the poorest places on the planet.
Is it?
It was back in my day. I don't know how it is now. It might be better, but I think it was below India and Pakistan how poor that place was.
Still 92 outside.
Hmm.
Even notice it from there.
Like I said, I went all over the world. I never had no problems with people from around the world. You treated them nice, they treated you nice. The only places I seen where they hated our guts, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, most of the Muslim countries, because you're an infidel, you're an animal to them.
Infidel?
Yeah, you're an infidel. You don't believe in Allah. And it's their way of saying you're a subhuman beneath them.
Mm.
I didn't lose any friends over there, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I
I know
went to Egypt.
we were supposed to go to Alexandria, but something happened. It was kind of like when we were supposed to go to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I don't know if they decided they didn't want us coming there or what the deal was, but they canceled that. Boy, that's some rough women in Naples, ain't it?
In Naples?
Yeah,
There's some good looking ones too now.
when they're young. But man, there's some sea hags over there, man. They had better mustaches than I did.
Yeah. There's some good looking ones in Sicily.
Oh yeah, Sigonella.
I was in Trapani for a while.
Trapani?
Yeah.
We came in at Sigonella, and we were warned to be very careful about messing with the women there because of the mob.
Yeah.
Because you might accidentally hit on a mobster's family or something. So they told us, be careful.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have too much problems. We had a big fight in the that Air Force bar or whatever place was, a giant bar. We got into it with the Air Force.
Yeah.
They didn't like the Marines, and they jumped on the Marines, and here comes the Navy to save our buddies. It looked like something out of a movie, man. People were throwing chairs, hitting people in the head with beer mugs. It was
Holy
fucking
shit.
wild. Yeah. Buddy of mine hit a fucking chief petty officer right in the face on shore patrol. He took his cowboy belt off with that big hubcap belt buckle,
Yeah.
wrapped it around his fist. Him and that chief had words.
Ooh.
He told me, he said, watch this shit. When that chief started coming past him, he jumped up, bam, hit that motherfucker. He didn't even see it.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it was a beautiful thing. You don't fuck with the E4 Mafia. I don't give a fuck who you are. Gia? Yeah, I'm very picky. That's why I'm still alive. You ever go to spend any time in France?
Nope. Never been to France.
You ain't missing much. If the people would take a fucking bath and wouldn't stink so bad, it wouldn't have been a bad deal. But shit,
Yeah.
they're like Joey. They're scared of water over in France.
Where'd you go?
We pulled in at Toulon, and then went up, took the what's it called? The Eurail or whatever, that ticket you buy, and you can go all over on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a train from there up to Paris because my buddy wanted to go see Jim Morrison's grave. He was a big
Okay.
Doors fan. And I told him, yeah, if we get to go to the Louvre. So I wanted to go see some fucking paintings, and he wanted to go see a fucking grave. I was like, all right, man, that's a easy swap. Because, I mean, how long can you stand there and look at a fucking gravestone?
Yeah.
I didn't like Jim Morrison because he was anti-military. His daddy was a big admiral during the Vietnam War, and he
Yeah.
talked shit about people in the military. He was a great musician or a poetry writer, but he was a fucking bag of shit as a human being.
Yeah. So you like George S. Patton?
That is my man.
Is it?
You damn right. If they would have listened to that motherfucker, we wouldn't be going through the shit we're going through. We'd be running the fucking world, not all these other clowns. I got a ton of books on him. I've studied him. They called it the Maneuvers, and you can look it up. Camp Claiborne, Louisiana, south of Alexandria. That's where they practice all their tank battles and shit out here.
Yeah. No pets on the boat, Gia.
Yeah, I had two great uncles that fought with Patton in the whatever third army he was in.
I'm not sure.
Anyhow, you know the first combat he did was in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was there. What was it El Alamein where they had the big tank battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said they were sitting up on top of hills watching the tanks fight. He was infantry,
Yeah.
and he said you know people say this or that, but he said we'd all fucking lay our lives down with Patton because he would go right ahead of us and take the same risk as anybody else.
No, Gio, nobody ever got kidnapped.
No, we had a motherfucker go missing in France. Well, they like I said, they found him when we come back to Mayport. They found him in a void where somebody
Yeah.
had stabbed him.
I don't know when Tisha gets back from his date. He's gone to dinner and then he's gone to a movie. So
And he might get lucky tonight, so we might not see him.
yeah.
She might take sympathy on his ass. I want to see a picture of this woman. Who's he dating? Where did he pick her up at?
Coffee shop.
He picked her up at a coffee shop.
Yeah. She's not bad looking.
You seen a picture of her?
Yeah. It's on Discord.
Okay. Is she white?
No.
Oh, okay. TC's racist, man. He don't like white women. I don't really care, Gia. I don't follow boxing anymore.
I don't either. I don't know
I
how
was a
that
big
happened.
boxing fan at one time, but I mean, after Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
I ain't seen nobody that could hold a candle.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at the heavyweight. Name me a heavyweight right now.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Nah. I grew up with Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, the assassin from fucking Easton, Pennsylvania, Larry Holmes, and my favorite boxer, George Foreman.
Mm-hmm. I like Conor McGregor.
He got his ass whooped eventually. You seen that, huh?
Yeah.
That dude handed his ass to him and said, yeah, the old saying, there's always somebody tougher than you. He met him. I like that little Filipino boxer too.
Yeah.
Pacquiao. I grew up with like Carlos Palomino, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray.
John Jones is a heavyweight champ.
That's UFC, man. We're talking boxing.
Isn't that Federation shit?
Yeah, that's that Ultimate Fighter shit.
Oh, okay.
Where they basically it's a bunch of people beat the fuck out of each other with hardly
Yeah.
any rules. Where at least boxing, you can see skilled fighters.
Yeah.
See, you're in it for the bloods and guts. I'm into it. I was into boxing for the science and the beauty of it. Be watching old Muhammad Ali. It was amazing how he could skip around that ring like he was on
Yeah.
air. There'll never be another Muhammad, that's for sure. What was his coach name? Lou something. A Chekhov or something. I can't remember what his name was.
Where else you go, Scott?
What's that? Oh, she's in watching something else.
Oh, traitor.
Apparently it's boring.
We're too boring for her.
Mm,
Well,
I know.
yeah. Boxing was always rigged. Who ran the boxing company? People. The fucking mob. They picked and chose who won.
Good old Don King.
yeah.
Boy, he robbed fucking a lot of fighters out of their money.
Oh, he really did. Kostya Tszyu got robbed a couple of times.
Well, how about fucking what he did to Mike Tyson? He'd give Mike Tyson anything he wanted at, I think it was an advance of like 15 or 20% on the money.
So where do you want to travel first, Scott?
I don't know. I don't know. I've got a friend up in Orlando. I want to go and see her. So we'll head there at some point. Elsie and I both have a friend there, and I've got friends there.
Yeah,
So we'll go to Florida. Might even stop in and see TC.
that'd be cool. Where did I have to fly out and see you guys?
Yeah, I don't know like how long we'll be and all that sort of stuff travel wise. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know with the little one.
Yes, what we'll do is we'll get on the plane and I'll chuck the tantrum so people will leave the kid alone.
You'll chuck the tantrum, you'll end up getting arrested and dragged off the plane.
Hey, Scott, pitch a fit on the airline, see what happens.
Pardon?
I said pitch a fit on the airplane, see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah. Man, it's Fight Club is on airplanes now. These people fucking go batshit crazy on there.
But they do, don't you know?
I don't know. I mean, thank God I ain't got to fly no more. And I'm not going to fly anymore. If I'm going to see anybody, I'll drive to see them.
Yeah, see, we need a fairly decent snorkel for us to get drive over the place.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of fearing Boeing's planes. Ever since they started building them in the Carolinas, shit falls off of them.
That's been a thing for fucking ever. Especially the American airlines, like because they're not as tightly regulated as they should be.
Well, thank you to Ronald Reagan for deregulating their airlines and busting the unions up. Guido will tell you, Boeing was full union up in Seattle. Then they decided they was going to start building their planes over in, was it South Carolina or North Carolina?
Yeah.
Goddamn shit's falling off of them. Door plugs blowing out? At least 3 or 4 of the fucking wheels just fell off of them.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Gia wants to know if there's serial killers in Central Australia.
Look up Ivan Milat.
Ivan
Milat,
Milat?
Yep,
the backpack killer. He pick up
That's the
people
one.
hiking.
Oh, that's
around the
right.
Langlo State Forest.
Yeah, he'd murder them, steal their fucking stuff, and then throw them off into a huge place.
Yeah, the Langlo State Forest. They found a whole heap of bodies there, and they're pretty sure they haven't found them all.
No,
Yeah.
but when they busted the guy, how many backpacks and people's IDs and all kinds of shit he kept? It was tons of it.
It was a lot. It was
Yeah.
definitely a lot.
He had them in the attic, in the barn. When they found, they don't know how many people he killed, really.
And they don't know if he was alone.
I don't think he was alone. Maybe in
What-
some of them, but when he had couples, I don't know how he pulled it off. But I
Welcome
guess you're
back,
out in the
Elsie.
middle of nowhere. You can't run from him.
Well, Belangolo, the state forest, it's dense bushland, so
Yeah. There's serial killers everywhere.
Gia, there was a body in the Barrels case too. They
Oh
found
yeah,
the remains of 8
Snowtown.
people. They found the remains of 8 people stored in barrels in the vault of an abandoned bank in Snowtown, South Australia.
Yeah. I
Holy
read.
shit.
I've seen that, man. And they don't know who did it.
No,
Oh no, they
found-
got him. They got him.
I thought it was the mob down there that did it.
Nah,
isn't it one of the younger fellas that was his accomplices up for parole or some shit?
he's
Garland?
been paroled.
Yeah.
Gia's in love with what's her name? Carla Kamuka or whatever her name, her and her husband.
Oh,
Up in
Yeah.
Canada, they
killed
killed his her sister.
yep,
Yeah.
and other people too.
Gia's got some freaks up there.
If you want someone to look up Gia, Caroline Grills.
Oh, what about Catherine Knight?
Well, Catherine Knight would be one, but Caroline Grills. They used to call her Arnie Thally because
Oh,
she used
She used to
Thally
be
to kill
a
people.
butcher at a sheep farm, wasn't she?
Oh, that was Catherine Knight.
Catherine
Catherine
Knight.
Knight.
Worked
Catherine
Mm.
Knight. Yeah.
she worked in abattoirs.
She butchered her husband.
And then was cooking up to feed him to his kids.
To his kid.
Oh, yeah.
And they found another meal out on the lawn, which makes them think that she had a go. She tried to sit down and eat some of it and then ended up just turfing it.
Mm.
How about it?
gross.
Was it in the 60s? There was somebody that was killing little kids on the beach down in Australia. I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
It's a famous case where there was
yeah,
like,
the little kids that ended up disappearing on the beach in the 60s. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of them, but
Yeah,
there was 3 of them, like 2
yeah,
brothers
they were all
and
part
somebody.
of the same family.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I know which one you're talking about.
I'll be back.
All right. I'm trying to think of the name. Mitchell? Was it the Mitchell?
Was it the Beaufort children? Beaufort?
Could be the Beaumonts.
Was it the Beaumont?
It was down in central Australia, right? On the beach.
Yeah, it was was that the one in Sydney or was that the one in Melbourne?
Oh shit!
She lives in the islands right now, somewhere down south. She couldn't even, Carla Homolka couldn't even live in Canada. She had to get the fuck out of there. People were threatening to kill her. She was a pretty girl, but fucking retarded. Yeah, I watched a show on that about them kids disappearing in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, I
And
think.
they
Hang on, I'm gonna look it up because I'm pretty sure it was the Beaumont children.
and they found it was some guy that was traveling around that was doing it, I think.
I don't think they
1960.
ever found the person who did it.
No, but they thought it was this one guy that was around and they suspected him, but they couldn't ever pin it on him. There was a couple of cops talking about the case.
Glenelg Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. That was in 1966.
There you go.
Yeah, the Beaumont children. 1917 and 14. Why you'd let a 4-year-old go down to a beach unsupervised is fucking beyond me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then nobody thought anything bad would happen.
I don't know about a 4-year-old by itself.
Mm-mm. It was a group of kids. It was
Yeah.
3 kids that disappeared. They wasn't separated.
There was a fella that washed up on a beach in bloody South Australia too. They can't identify him. They don't know who he is.
No, they didn't drown, Gia. They were homicided. They were killed.
Yeah, they were abducted.
All right. I'll see.
Didn't they find them buried shallow in sand or something like that? That's how they found them?
No, they've been missing for 58 years.
Oh.
However many days.
But there was another killer in Australia that was killing people and burying them out on the dunes or something, and they found a few of them. I can't remember the case.
Oh.
But I mean, Australia's they're like, y'all might not have guns, but y'all got some violent motherfuckers over there.
Yeah.
If you want an interesting read, look up the Peter Falconio case.
Oh, that one was a fucking shit show.
Don't tell me the people knew about it and turned a blind eye and let it go, huh?
Well,
No. Peter Falconio was a British tourist out here with his girlfriend, Joanne Lees. And
there we go.
what happened is he vanished out in the outback. And they've never found his body. But Joanne Lees got picked up by some trucker and was telling this story about how she got tied up by this hunter who had dogs, and she managed to evade the hunter and his dogs after the hunter had killed Peter Falconio. As a personal thing, I have an issue with the fact of whether you get away from a guy who's a professional hunter and his dogs.
Yeah.
You can get lucky and escape.
What's that?
I said you could probably get lucky and escape, but it's pretty tough if the guy's got a dog to track you down.
In the middle of the outback, there's nowhere to hide either.
No.
Yeah, where they disappeared was off the Stuart Highway in the Northern Territory, so it's just flat.
Is that like going in the middle of Australia, like to Red Rock, Ayers Rock, or whatever?
Yeah. It's
the Northern Territory.
way out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah,
But,
because they said there was a lot of people got killed out there around Ayers Rocks, especially Aboriginals.
There's a lot of Indigenous people that go missing every year. Like, it's pretty fucked up. But yeah, his body's never been found, and now he's presumed to be dead. I mean, being out there.
Old mate who got convicted on some pretty flimsy evidence. he will never be. He even if he comes up for parole and serves his sentence, they
Yeah.
put a retroactive law in place that if there's no body, there's no release.
So he's stuck in there.
So he's in prison until he dies.
That or until he tells them where the body is.
Yeah.
And he maintains that he doesn't know because he doesn't know those people.
He's not the one that.
Here we
He's
go.
not the one that did it.
Trial according to, well, keep in mind this is Wikipedia, so you can take what it says with a bit of a grain of salt.
Yeah.
After extradition, a committal hearing began in 2005 to cope with it. They outfitted the bloody church to cope with the demands of the media. Lee, so the girlfriend identified Murdoch from police photographs shown to her in November 2002 and finally face-to-face during the trial. She also told the court that her assailant tied her wrists together behind her, put a sack over her head and forced her into his ute, stating that the person forced her between the seats of and into the rear of his vehicle. Said she escaped from the ute and fled into the dark, hiding under bushes while Murdoch tried to find her using a torch.
Holy shit.
Expert trackers could find no sign of footprints other than those of Lee's in the vicinity. Murdoch was found to have left Alice Springs at a time and in a direction which were each consistent with him being at or around Barrow Creek at the time of the murder. So he was in the same area.
Wait a second. You said Alice Springs, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that where the dingo baby was?
No, that was Ayers Rock.
Ayers Rock, okay.
That was Uluru, yeah. Expert
She
testimony.
killed that kid, didn't she?
I reckon she did. I reckon she did. Okay, but just pause this for a second. I'll fucking highlight where my next sentence is so I don't forget. Okay, so how, pray tell, is a dingo able to unzip a tent, step over other two sleeping bodies, pick up a baby, and carry it back out of the tent again without waking anyone?
I always thought it was like they got drunk or something and neglect and an accident happened. The kid drowned or something.
I mean, the baby was not even a year old. Azaria wasn't even a year old, was she?
She was young.
Yeah.
Y'all think it was parental neglect, wasn't paying attention to their kid or something like that?
I think that she did it. I think she did something and the baby just ended up dying. Or, I mean, it could be something as innocent as cot death, but because she
just died.
Let it die and then go on your phone.
Huh.
But because she was being all suspicious, it just made everyone think it was her.
And the other question raised at the time was, how does a dingo fold up a onesie?
Yeah, neatly.
The other thing is there have never, ever been any recorded history of a dingo stealing a baby, right?
No, there has.
They has? So
yes.
Okay, so there is cases of it happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it's a possibility that's what happened, but I don't buy it. What? That was a whole group of people there, right?
Yes.
It was
Multiple
the whole
tents.
family.
Multiple tents. Yeah, they had tents for the kids and the baby, and they were partying in another area or something.
That's a long time ago. She's
I had
dead.
the boot, Guido.
She's dead now?
Yeah, Lindy died of breast cancer. A while ago now.
That was big news over here, believe it or not, man. That was all over the news about a baby getting drug out of a tent by a dingo.
Do you need me to put the
I
link
mean,
out?
look, dingoes can
Do you
attack
need me to put the
people,
link out?
but most
Go
of
on
the
your
attacks.
phone. Don't even touch. Just close your, honey. Just close the door on your iPad. Don't touch anything. Just close it up in there, and then go on your phone.
I'm on my phone, but I can't go up.
Hold on here. Is everybody still there? You just stand.
Yeah.
Okay. Because his what he went live on, his iPad was dying, so I'm just gonna bring him up.
It just died.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, give him your iPad.
Because I've got it.
Give him your iPad. Sharon's
Give him
caring,
my.
right?
I've got the
If you-
computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at Fraser Island